Well, I want to give you a quick testimonial on a spooky rife treatment. Actually, I'm not really that convinced. I'm not. I'm very much a skeptic, especially on using. I showed this on the other video where we're using a DNA holder, using a Rife machine. I'll actually point to it actually right after this, so you can see what I'm talking about again without searching for another video. But it's a type of Rife machine that uses a DNA holder, and somehow, it codes that when you treat that DNA and that DNA, your DNA, in that DNA holder, the frequencies go to you no matter where you are located. You don't have to be near the machine or anything. Now, I heard some good feedback about this, and I have an open mind. I don't want to say one way or the other way. I just want to kind of evaluate it. But I'm going to say two things. First, this week I tried the spooky remote sweep, which goes through basically a whole array of frequencies. The program was written by John White, and actually, I tell you the truth. It might. The theory is that if it's knocking down some pathogens, you'll probably get some toxins in your body. And I tell you the truth, I felt pretty sluggish all this week, and I was doing 1 4-hour session one day, then 2 4-hour sessions for a whole 8 hours one day. I did 8 hours earlier today. And I don't know, subjectively, I felt pretty tired. And I think, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know. I don't want to put it out there as gospel, and I don't want to put it out there as knocking it either. So I'm just going to be truthful about it. But one thing I just got, I'm a skeptic, okay? I'm a skeptic. I'm neither a believer or anything. I'm kind of just testing the theory. I would urge people to try this one set of frequencies out. It's actually in the consolidated frequency list. It says Eyesight to improve. And it runs, looks like 3 frequencies, or 4. 3. And, for a certain amount of time, it looks like it goes for about 7 minutes each or something. But, lo and behold, that's, I don't know if it's just a coincidence or what, but I notice I'm always researching things on my 2 laptops I have, not here in this desk, but in another place. I have 2, there's another computer here. I have 2 laptops. I'm always researching topics and see if, whatever I can, discover about, what's going on in the economy and everything. And a lot of times I'm blowing up the screen on, I'm using Firefox. I'm zooming in because I'm getting tired of reading, and it's my focus is getting. I'm getting tired from reading too much. I ran these frequencies, and lo and behold, it's I don't feel tired in the eyes, and my vision focused a lot better. And let me move this thing out of the way here so I can read that. Something blocking it. It says Eyesight to improve. That's the name of the program. Now, this is something where, I know sometimes people are, it's controversial when you use something like this that's not approved by the medical establishment. But, that's something you might want to try it with, because it's not critical. In other words, somehow it's supposedly relieving, I don't know what it's doing actually, relieving stress in your eyes or whatever it's doing. But I'm going to say it worked. I can't believe it worked, but it's a hell of a coincidence. How's that? Because the word spooky on this thing actually is a very good word, a very good description. I know that word came from Einstein. I'm not throwing a big name around here or anything like that, but he just couldn't wrap his mind around how the hell this works. It's really crazy. It does seem crazy. It does seem crazy to me how it could possibly work. But it may be working. It really may be working. Maybe. No BS. No BS. I'm not 110% sure. But, if anybody has these things, these spooky remote devices, you might want to try this one, Eyesight to improve. And I noticed an improvement right away. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty damn good. I was happy with that right away. And possibly the spooky remote sweep that does all the pathogens, maybe it did work, because I felt kind of crapped out, to tell you the truth, all week. And maybe it was knocking out pathogens. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a subjective thing. I'm not trying to you just want to put it to you straight up and honest. I am, I'm not hopeful or anything like that. My BS detector tells me that this is legit. It's got real merit. But I'm not like somebody that just wants to believe in it and take it on faith. So I think it's legit, but I'm being very objective about it. And the one thing I got curious about is I ran the Eyesight to Improve function, and it's really freaky, because I noticed when I'm constantly reading things, I'm constantly researching, and I'm researching articles for hours and hours and hours on two different computer screens, or right here, not at this desk, but at someplace else. And it's my eye it's blurry after a while. And I ran this program, and it's no eye strain or nothing. And I don't know if that's a coincidence. And I can tell you this, I was not trying to be hopeful that it was going to work, because I have to go along with that adjective spooky, because this is really strange how this works, in my opinion. But it probably does work. Be that as it's, that I said that, so I would, I would actually encourage somebody maybe else to try this Eyesight to Improve and see if it worked. I'm telling you straight up, I noticed a very big difference. Very big difference. It wasn't a little bit. Because normally when I'm researching all day today, I was like, man, my eyes are killing me. I'm making a screen big on Firefox to read the stuff. And when I ran this program, I don't know, it was about an hour later, I felt a lot better, and I decreased the size of the screen, and I was able to see it fine. Right now, normally I can't read the numbers that well. I was using this magnifying glass thing sometimes. It was going like this to read the screen, and I could read it absolutely fine on this other computer. So I don't know. I'm just going to put this out here as a testimony. It's not like I'm saying I'm trying to cure a life-threatening, debilitating disease or anything like that. But if you have this device, you might want to try this Eyesight to Improve frequency set. I don't know, it seemed to work like crazy on me. And if you're somebody that works, does a lot of office work, and you're doing a lot of reading, you might find it to be very helpful. So, to be quite honest, I really can't get my mind wrapped around how this can possibly work. That's how I think. So, I don't think it's a placebo. Because some people are going to say that, because I don't know, it's just a little bit too space age to me to almost believe it, just hook, line, and sinker. But I could tell you that there's been things out for quite so many years. I could say this, just to give you a rehash of something. I've put this out on other videos, but the Russians have used, it's like a multi-wave frequency generator. I don't know how exactly it works. I think it's called Sinar. They took this type of, it's not exactly a Rife machine, but it's using an array of frequencies that senses different things in your body. I don't even know how the damn thing works, but they seriously took it on board with the cosmonauts in the space capsules, because they could not take all the pharmaceutical drugs with them on board that they possibly might need. So they took this device, and they've also used another, along that same type of theory and same type of method, they used another type of Sinar device for sports recovery, and they used that in the 2000 Olympics, and started using it in the 2000 Olympics. They have used it since then. It's actually available in the United States. I think it's from Sinar USA for sports recovery and healing injuries and things like that. I don't know how it works, but the stuff probably is legit. The thing is, it's very difficult to determine what actually is effective and what's not. I'm just going to put something out here that it looks like this frequency set, eyesight to improve, works. I can't believe it, but it seems like it works. So, anyway, over and out. Yeah, and just to show you, I have this set up. I got the generator right here, and it's running through 2 DNA holders right here, 2 of them, and I'm running. I could probably read that, no problem. Eyesight to improve, frequency list, and I don't know. I'm just gonna say that. I can't believe it works, okay? But it seemed like it's working like crazy, okay? I'm just going to say that. So that's the deal, and that's exactly what I'm using.